Hello, you're welcome to the program Spotlight on Catholic Television of Nigeria. This is a program that seeks to x-ray various sectors of the society, and today we are looking at the education sector. Today we are looking at the topic, admission struggle among Nigerian students. And we have a guest in the house. His name is Mr. Ipmiyomi Communion. Mr. Communion, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tony. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, every year we see so many students come out of school, eligible for university, they write JAMB, and after everything, they find it very difficult to get admission into the university. Some students who graduated from their high school since 2019 have not even gotten admission into the university because of lack of capacity of the university to accommodate all the students that may have written their JAMB. And in the case of last year, which is 2020, there was a pandemic or coronavirus, which has also added more sorrow to the students. But there is a hope for those who wish to go to the Ivory Tower, the university. And this hope is being provided by Rich Dad Education Consult. And that is where the director of this organization is coming from. Sir, you have been in the educational sector for some time now, and you see the challenges that our students are facing on a daily basis trying to get admission into the higher institution. What do you think Nigerian students can do differently, knowing fully well that this last year was a challenging year for them?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. You see, this issue is something that I've always looked for opportunity to talk about. You see, when you're not informed, you'll be deformed. Yeah. And information is power. There are a lot of things we need to do when it comes to getting information across to the public. So the educational sector in Nigeria has a lot of work to do. Now, before the pandemic that you talked about now, one of the things we've been trying to address in our organization at our institution, Rich Dad Education Consult, was we're beginning to organize career seminar and workshop with parents and students to make them realize that your children who have been home for years struggling to gain admission, there are so many factors that have been responsible. At the moment, to know how to tackle them, it will lessen that. You know, it pains my heart, and I always feel so bad when I read it in the news that a child has written JAMB 2, 3, 4 times, and because they didn't get admission, they go commit suicide. You read them in the news and you begin to wonder, why should somebody go commit suicide because they didn't get admission into the university? Now, one of those factors we're going to talk about, there are so many, but because of time, we may not be able to talk about all, is number one, students need to be given a very proper orientation with courses and programs available in Nigerian university. Now, recently I saw it in the news, a family that had 5 children, all female children, and all the female children are medical doctors. And somebody said, how come? At the end of the day, when I look at it, I saw that one is a dentist, one is an optician, one is a... So they are not all surgeons. So you see students, when they want to apply for admission into university, everybody wants to study medicine and surgery because they want to be called a doctor. Not knowing that being a doctor, you must not be a surgeon. I don't know if you get my point now. Now, so at the end of the day, you see a university that has about 5 different departments that can prepare you to become a doctor in court. But you see 1,000 students applying into medicine and surgery. Nobody is applying into, to become a dentist, optician, gynecologist,
or even a veterinary
and so
doctor.
On. I don't know if you get my point now. So when they come, we try to tell them, you must not be a surgeon to be a doctor. You could apply. And I remember 2019, there was this boy, he had tried it twice, applied for medicine and surgery. And for the first time, we asked him, why not apply for, pharmacology, for example, and he was surprised. Firstly, his name came out. Zapia said, so you've always wanted to be in the medical line, but there was no information for you to know that you must not apply for. So they keep being denied admission, not because they want to deny them of the admission, but there are, all of you cannot study medicine and surgery.
At the same time, yes.
So that is number one factor that has been responsible for this high rate of students not getting admission. They need to be given a proper orientation on choice of courses. We have so many.
And that means career counseling is very important when it comes to that.
And I don't know if JAM could do that, or the Ministry of Education, before students come to the JAM office to pick form. If there's a place where you can do a career counseling for them, which most schools are supposed to be doing, and they don't do. It will help reduce this admission struggles. Before they come, you go to JAM office when they begin to sell form. You ask them, what do you want to study? Medicine. What do you want to study? Engineering. What do you want to study? Law. What do you want to study? Accounting as well. They don't know if there's anything like maybe statistics. They don't know if there's anything like journalism or mass communication.
Or even biology.
Or biology, yes, or biology. I was telling somebody my story, 2005, I had tried to get something doing in Abuja. I was working at Wuse with one insurance company, and they were paying me 10,000 naira per month. I was not comfortable. I was living in Papi. I would have to take vehicle to Wuse. And before that time, I'd had experience as exam officer for 7 years in different schools. So somebody now told me of a job opportunity in Kaduna, Nigerian Turkish now, and told me they were paying in pounds, and told me how much they would pay me if I was employed, and told me I converted it. It was almost 167,000. Sir, for 2 days I couldn't sleep. I was imagining from 10,000 naira if I was beginning to collect 167,000. 20 of us went for the interview, aptitude test. 3 of us emerged the best. They invited 3 of us to come for oral interview, and when I came back to Abuja, nobody called me the first day. The second day, nobody called me.
And you became worried.
I became worried. So they had to call one of the interviewees. And when I called the woman, I said, "Oh, are you Ipinyome coming?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Wow." He said, "The interview people had, you scored the highest. You scored 82%. The next person to you was 60, and the next person was 43. I was happy." He said, "But you need to pray." I said, "What happened, man?" He said, "We just check your your CV. You have experience in examination office or whatsoever, but you don't have educational qualification."
That could be discouraging to some extent.
I had to call my pastor the same night. I said, "Sir, I don't want to lose this job. Please pray with me." We'll pray together. Next day, nobody called me. Till now, nobody called. I knew the job was given to somebody else. What happened? 1994, somebody told me to go to College of Education to do NC when I was looking for admission. I said, "God forbid." It was later I realized, and I had passion for teaching. In secondary school, teacher will walk out of the class, the next thing I will carry marker or chalk and start teaching my. And I said, "Kai, if I knew, if I had studied, if I had gone to College of Education today, I will get this job." What am I trying to say? These children need to be given orientation. All of you must not become lawyers.
Okay, talking about orientation and access. I know that so many people, the Nigerian University don't have the capacity to absorb everybody at the same time, is the fact. And we know that the educational system has been suffering, especially because of this pandemic. Even right now, the school is not in session. And do you think that students have other alternatives that they can, while they wait for the proper admission into school, not talking about the career aspect now, but talking about their ability to get admission into school. Since the institution cannot accommodate everybody at the same time, if a student is one of those who may not be admitted, what will he be doing? Is he supposed to go back and write JAM, or there are alternatives that he can actually look at as an option for him not staying at home?
Yeah, thank you. That is supposed to be my second factor that I was going to talk about, and I thank you for bringing that up. Recently, a parent came to the office and was like, "Oh, this is my girl, was supposed to gain admission to University of Lawrence, scored 292. but not even up to 15 years old. So they told her categorically, the younger sister who works in the admission office, this girl cannot be given admission
because of age.
Because of age. So why waiting to enter university next year? Why not let her go for A-level IJMB?
Okay.
So now the same next year she's supposed to be going to 200 level. She will enter 200 level. I'm talking about 2021 now. This was December 2020 that they came to the office. So now students don't gain admission. Are you supposed to go back and begin, resort to playing games or watching whatever, wasting your time? No. There are other options to getting admission into the university. When you get a JAM form, go to the broncho, you see page 3 there, written clearly there, how to get admission to the university through UTME or through direct entry. But we don't ask the questions, which one is direct entry? I expect parents to even ask.
That's the question,
So, okay,
yes.
this boy has written JAM this year, he wrote last year, and wrote 2 years ago, and no admission. Must he keep writing the UTME when there, even JAM has stated it that there is option of direct entry, which we are talking about now.
Okay.
And direct entry is easier to enter. Let me quickly explain that to you.
No, before you explain that, you mentioned an acronym IGMB.
Yeah, IGMB, yes, sir, thank you.
I know UTME.
UTME, then
Yes,
we have
then we have IGMB.
Yes.
UTME is Unified Matriculation Examination.
Yes.
Then IGMB.
Yeah, IGMB, we have a few A-level examinations in Nigeria,
Okay.
one of which is IGMB. IGMB is Interim Joint Matriculation Board Examination. We
Okay.
also have another one called JUPEB. JUPEB is Joint Universities Preliminary Examination Board. These are the two indigenous A-level exams we have.
Okay,
Cambridge,
it's just like a preparatory ground for somebody who wish to go to the university.
and start at 200 level.
Okay.
Those days we used to have HSC, higher school certificate.
Yes,
the same
yes,
higher
yes.
school certificate was handed over to ABU Zaria, which they changed to IGMB.
Okay.
When you finish your HSC, when you finish your A-level IGMB, you go to 200 level. So now a child will see this flyer that I showed you. We ask what next. Now your child has finished writing WAEC, NECO, NAPTEP. The question is what next? And now you don't know when they are going to write JAM.
Yes.
So we told them, why not let them go for IJMB or JUPEB? 7-8 months program, after which you get admission to 200 level. Now, I last year, 2020, in fact, I so much had this pity for students. The truth is, the examination you were supposed to write May, June, WAEC,
Yes.
they wrote it towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Now, JAM, they don't even know when they are going to write JAM now. And I keep wondering, how psychologically, what are these children going through? So we are telling parents, why not enroll them for A-level programs like IGMB or JUPEB, in which 2021 admission, we give them admission into 200 level. It will help them get over the 1 year they thought they wasted last year due to COVID-19 or protest or strike or whatsoever. I don't know if you're getting the
get
point
what
now.
you're saying, yes.
Some people call it the fastest route to the university, but I say yes, it is. Because when you talk about direct entry program, we have so many. We have OND. When you finish your ND and you want to go to university, you start from 200 level.
200 level, yes.
You have NC. When you finish your NC, you want to go to university, you start from 200 level. You also have IGMB and JUPEB. Now, NC is 3 years, apart from teaching practice.
Yes.
OND is 2 years, apart from IT. But this is just 7-8 months. All of you still start from 200 level.
But talking about the duration now, this one is very short.
Very
just
short.
Few months and you are on your way to the university. But do you think that somebody who spent 2 years and somebody who has spent 3 years or 2 years, can they be compared with somebody who had just spent 8 months in terms of, I think, curriculum and understanding the university system?
Now, in fact, most times when people come around and ask this kind of questions, and we give them the syllabus of this A-level program, and you'll be shocked. Somebody who has gone to Polytechnic to spend 2 years ND will see the curriculum of this IGMB and say, wow, what is here is broader than what we did in 2 years. You'll be shocked and you'll be wondering. So that is why we tell people, if you're coming for IGMB or JUPEP, it is not a child's play. Very intensive, because it covers what somebody was supposed to do 2 years in ND or 3 years in NC.
Months.
And you want to do it in 8 months. So, and you know, I told you before we came up here that it's very, very intensive. You must be ready to read.
You just like you're crashing the program into
very ready to
8
read,
months. Yeah.
ready to read, intensive.
Okay, I know quite well that before you gain admission into the university, you are requested to have 5 credits, including English and Maths, before you even take your JAM.
Okay.
What are the required scores that somebody will need to go into this IJMB as an A-level?
Okay, that brings
candidate?
me to the benefits of the IJMB, because number one benefit is, even if you don't have your complete O-level result, you can apply for IJMB. That's the beautiful thing about it. Now in IJMB, there is a provision for you to make a remedy for your O-level mathematics and English. So what I'm saying is, you want to study medicine now, in as much as you pass your physics, chemistry, biology, even if you don't pass your maths and English, you can apply for IJMB.
Okay.
Because while taking your IJMB exam, you will write your maths and English O-level, which is equivalent to WAEC and NECO, which you don't need to write again.
Okay.
That's number one. The number two advantage of the IJMB again is the certificate does not expire.
Okay.
It's not like UTME that even if you score 300 in UTME, if you don't get admission this year, you have to rewrite another one next year.
Okay.
Now, IJMB certificate does not expire. I'm saying, okay, I did mine 1996 because we were supposed to write JAM and they canceled JAM. You know, JAM was canceled 1996. So somebody told me, why not, instead of you waiting till 1997 next year, why not go and do IJMB? I did it, I had my certificate, I decided to go and work for 4 years. So it was 4 years later, I picked the same IJMB certificate and applied to the university and got admission to 200 levels. So the result does not expire. Then another advantage of IJMB is there is no age limit. Okay. If you want to write WAEC or NECO now, there is a certain age that you cannot be admitted. For IJMB, we have at our study center, we have people of 50-something years old, even close to 60 years old, running the program. Yes. The last IJMB, the best overall student is a grandfather. His first child is married with kids.
Okay.
So there is no age limit. Fresh secondary school leavers or working class can apply for the program.
Okay, thank you for this insight. We'll take a short break actually. When we come back, I'll be asking you how students can access the various locations for this IJMB, which has proven to be very important for students who will want to go to the university. It's actually regarded as the shortest cut to university. Stay tuned, we will be right back. Don't go away. Sir, before we went on break, I said I was going to ask you about the locations where students who are interested in going to university to have their direct entry through IJMB, where they can go and get enrolled, especially this time that we have coronavirus and the Federal Ministry of Education has actually suspended the January 18 resumption date of students to university. Where do you think that they can go to get this registered, to get themselves registered, and also to begin the program?
Yeah, our study center and office is located at just adjacent the JAM CBT office in Buhari, Abuja. If you've been to Buhari to visit the JAM headquarter office, so if you know the JAM CBT office, the study center of the IJMB is just adjacent the JAM CBT office. You know, like you mentioned, because of the COVID-19 out there, we're trying to make it easy for people to apply. So even to apply for the IJMB program, you don't necessarily need to go to Buhari. We'll make it so easy. We'll send a form to you via email. You print out, you fill the form, you submit, you wait for the IJMB admission. So we've made it so easy. Even for now, when it comes to lectures, we're so very careful about it until things normalize. Okay, so the location is just adjacent the JAM CBT office in Buhari, Abuja.
Sir, can you call the numbers you want some of our viewers to call you on so that they actually get through to you directly. And we'll still have it scrolled on the screen anyway.
Okay.
But you can call the number you want us to reach you, or our viewers to reach you to get admitted into this program.
Okay. So for those who want to apply for the IJMB program, the phone number to call is 081 86 22 2802. Again, 081 86 22 2802. You can do somebody good out there who is not watching this program today. Give them the phone number if they're having admission struggles, and we promise to put an end to the admission struggles at Reach That Education Consult. God bless you.
Thank you. So if I want to apply for this IJMB, how do I go about it? Can I go online? Can I reach you? Or how do I apply?
Now, to apply, they will just call us. And like I said, we used to do online application before, but you know, Nigeria is very funny. Fraudulent people began to use the opportunity to.
Okay.
So now what we'll do is, if you call, the application form is just 10,000 naira.
Okay.
So when you pay into the school account, to send the form to you, we'll fill it for you. But I told you I was going to do something before coming here now, which I'm going to do.
Actually, I had wanted to say so because this is Catholic television, and this program is Spotlight. And we wouldn't like you to come here and not to do something for our viewers.
Yes.
So we'd like to know what's discount, or how many people would you like to kind of give some amount of, let me say, scholarship, so to say, if they call your number and they are willing to be part of the educational.
Okay, what we're going to do is, like I told you, the application form is supposed to be 10,000, or it's 10,000. Maybe for our viewers out there who are watching us now and they have been struggling to get admission to the university, instead of 10,000, we're going to take 5,000 off for the first 10 people to apply, courtesy of Spotlight. Meaning when you call the office and you say you want to apply from Spotlight, instead of you paying 10,000, as the director of studies, I will instruct them, anybody calling from Spotlight, 5,000 should be taken off from the application fee for the first 10 people. Maybe after now, later on, some other day, we could talk about scholarship. But for now, the discount for the first 10 people, we discount the application fee for them as well.
Okay, that's very good. We thank you for that, courtesy of Spotlight. Viewers, you've heard it. You can call the numbers scrolling on your screen right now to get 50% discount from the normal 10,000 naira you're supposed to pay for the form. And when you call, tell them you are calling from Catholic television, and you watch the program Spotlight where he mentioned the discounts. Sir, we want to really say thank you for having come to this program today, and for opening our eyes to other alternatives that there is for those who wish to go to university. Thank you very much for your time, and we pray that God will continue to strengthen you as you work in the educational sector to make it more flexible for students and young people to get to the university. Well, that has been the program for today. My name is Tony Abba. Stay tuned to the program, same time, same station next week, as we bring you yet another interesting topic to discuss. Stay blessed. Bye for now.
CTV